Please, if you haven't yet, watch my video titled Salt Electricity Tesla Cycle before watching this one. Enjoy. Bioelectricity signals matter how to arrange itself in an anatomical or a 3D space. Bioelectricity means living cells are producing electricity, and that electricity is like the iCloud that holds all of the information for the cells, how they need to come together and arrange matter in either anatomical space, which is our body, meaning how to build a liver, let's say, right? They will receive this electric blueprint, electric projection, and then they will start arranging themselves, and they will also know when to stop. So the liver will be built, and then the process stops, right? It doesn't continue to build a liver, like giant liver. And this happens not from the genetic material. The instructions are not within the genetic material of a cell, but within the bioelectricity. What does this all mean for us? What it means is that the electricity that our cells produce, or that Earth produces, or any living cell produces around us, holds the blueprint for how the matter around us should arrange itself to become matter, to become what it is that we want it to be. Which means that it is possible for us to create our reality, right? We always talk about it. You are the manifester. You can create anything you want. So why is it that sometimes we envision this thing, right? Okay, I envision my life to be a certain way, but for some reason it doesn't come out to be this way. What ends up happening, this electricity can pass through if we have a conductor. But since we don't have copper wires in our body, what the conductor is salt. So if there is no conductor, then this electrical differential between cells will become a blockage within this pathway. It will be unrealized energy. But if we have balanced amount of salt, then this salt will act as a conductor for the electricity to flow through, this bioelectricity to flow through. As bioelectricity flows through, if it has a balanced amount of channels to flow through, and matter will arrange itself in ways, it will look at the blueprint. You can actually see there is equipment that shows how that works in those videos that I am going to link below. But just to explain it to you in words, matter can read this instruction from energetic instruction, right? It's an energy. It's literally like a projection of light. It says build, let's say you're building a face, build an eye here, another eye here, make it this size, make your mouth this way, make your nose this way, and matter particles that seem to be disconnected completely arrange themselves together and become this one living thing, let's say, that is me, or things that are within me, my face, my eyes, my nose, and it knows exactly how to do it, and it knows exactly when to stop doing it, when the job is complete. So same thing happens with the outside world, right? If we have an adequate amount of channels for this electricity to pass through, not an excess amount of channels, which leads to what? From last video? Excessive electric conductivity. So it's not how much electricity, bioelectricity we have, because believe me, it's a ton. It's a ton. Within every cell, there are volts and volts and volts of electricity. Same within everywhere outside. We're swimming in electricity. We are electricity, but it's how it is conducted what matters, right? What creates matter, whether in a way that we want to see it or in a way that we don't understand what it is, right? So if we have too many pathways, too much salt in our body, just like Dr. Thomas Dexter is speaking about, too much salt in the soil will result in unhealthy plant because the plant is overloaded. So is your system is going to be overloaded with electricity. Hence, you have too much energy passing through you, and things happen where A, you don't know what to do with this energy, or B, you burn out. And in plants, it comes as burnt tips in plants. So if you look at a leaf of a plant, a lot of them will have these brown tips. That is not the drought is not the cause for that, not the primary cause for that. The primary cause for that is you having not too much electricity, but being too conductive, excessively conductive to electricity. So your body doesn't have enough capacity to pull that much electricity through you, so you burn out. In the mental, you can burn out. Emotionally, you can burn out. In the physical, you burn out with like chipped nails, frizzy hair, the ends, the tips. I'm sure there's plenty of other things that become decayed, untimely decayed, because too much electricity is passing through you and burns you out in the physical. What happens if your tips, right, burn out in the physical? There is one very important key point. Bioelectricity is not generated by dead cells. Bioelectricity cannot pass through dead cells. So what ends up happening, if you are trying to manifest something, you're trying to this bioelectricity with this blueprint within it, it holds the blueprint for what needs to happen, how the reality needs to arrange itself for you for the best outcome. It now cannot pass through the dead cells, right? It cannot pass through the dead cells and gets distorted. Some of it passes through the living cells that you have in your body. And then if you have channels that are blocked, as I mentioned before, that are blocked or that are burnt out, then your reality, your 3D physical reality is built by a blurry blueprint. So you can basically, the matter outside looks and it says, oh, okay, I see, if let's say one channel is blocked and you can't see the eye, so you're building a reality with one eye, maybe some lips, something blurry, something, so your reality around you doesn't match what is coming through, right? That is point one. Very important not to keep your body not to eat fast food, basically, right? Not to eat too much sodium, because then too much electricity passes through, burns you out, and the bioelectrical blueprint comes with distortion, and you see your reality as distorted. Another thing that happens, if you are bioelectricity passes through neurochannels. If you are smoking, if you are drinking, those neural pathways, they get also distorted, they get blocked, they get sick, they get all sorts of unhealthy behaviors within them, where that bioelectricity again cannot fully pass through them, cannot pass through them with vivid colors. So that again, the energy, the energetic blueprint is there, but because it gets out into the 3D space or within your anatomical space, which is your body, and starts making mistakes. So that's how you get sick. That's how things start misaligning. When you're, building your body, rebuilding tissue, if those channels are blocked, if those channels are unhealthy, the blueprint gets skewed, right? So it's very important for you to be able to create the reality that you want, to keep all of your channels balanced, to keep all of your channels neural pathways healthy, and to also not overload yourself with salt, which is an electrical conductor, where now you become excessively electrically conductive and burn yourself out. And again, this bioelectricity that holds the blueprint for everything that you need, for everything that any cells inside of you or outside of you need to arrange themselves in space, that blueprint is now skewed, and the matter outside of you or inside of you cannot arrange itself in a proper way in this 3D reality. So I've been talking about this for years. Now this is beginning to be backed up by science, but I got clear knowing from inside of myself as I began going through this spiritual awakening, as people would call it, awakening, ascension, descent, whatever you want to call it, but it's just path to clarity. As I started moving on my path to clarity, my first thing was cut my hair, because my hair was burnt. I used to put extensions into my hair. I used to put fake eyelashes on my lashes. I used to have fake nails. My quest for beauty got me imprisoned in a prison where electricity, bioelectrical blueprint for the reality that I want, that I'm envisioning inside myself, could not pass through, because it does not pass through dead cells. So by blocking all of these things, where energy would flow and allow the energy around me, the matter around me, to arrange in the way that it wants, it could not do it. So the first thing, I was taking off my fake nails, I took off my fake eyelashes, I took off, I cut my hair. I had a boy haircut for the longest time. And guess what? As I started regrowing healthy ends, right? And also I was always healthy with my food and making sure that I don't put too much salt. I naturally started wanting less salty food, but my whole life I've been eating very, very healthy. So, but it's just taking me to a whole new level. I remember people coming to me for dinners and always asking for extra salt, because I would undersalt their food, because I was already in the process of my body was letting me know, no, let's not do too much salt. You're gonna become too strong of an electrical conductor. All of this electricity that is stored within you with all of these blueprints, it's gonna explode you. There's gonna be so much of it that it's gonna burn your body. If you hear several years ago, I don't know if this is still popular opinion or not, but there was a notion of raise your vibration to allow all of this universal energy to pass through you, otherwise your body will not be able to handle it. Now I'm understanding what that talk was about. I'm absolutely against high vibration, low vibration, one being good, one being bad. It is a hoax. Their vibration is vibration. We'll talk about it in the next video. I don't want to confuse you even more. But where was I? Basically, let's get back to the main point, is that you have all the information stored within you, outside of you, it's in electricity. Bioelectricity holds all the blueprints, right? Throughout all time, it has now all the knowledge for how to build anything. All you need to do is allow it to pass through you in its integrity, in its true form. For that, you need to keep your body healthy. The way to do that is to make sure you don't eat fast food that is too salty. You don't eat high sodium foods. And remember, it's a gradient. You need salt in your body, because if there is no salt, there is no conductor. You will not be able to create a pathway for the electricity to pass through if there is no salt, right? So you need salt. You need to be balanced with it, not to overload yourself when you're then having so much energy passing through you, so many blueprints that you are fragmented, right? You have energy bursting out of you, blocked channels everywhere, burnt channels, and it's all coming out skewed, right? And then you get overwhelmed, you get confused, you burn out again, right? And your reality does not look like you want it to look. Another way to keep your channels clean, neuro channels where electricity passes through, is to keep them bright. If you watch the video that I will link below, the guy explains that they actually had this one froggy where the froggy was exposed to nicotine and alcohol and started building weird stuff instead of building a face, right? And when they found out a way on how to change that by somehow brightening up these channels. So basically they say they were dull, they were kind of blurred out. So you can brighten those channels back up for the next generation, or for the face that is going to be built next, to be perfect, to be the way it's supposed to be according to the blueprint that is already there. The blueprints for your best reality is inside of you. Let it pass through, let the matter arrange itself from separate cells. That's what it does. It will arrange itself into these intricate beings, into this intricate reality that you want to see around you. All right, this is going to be this second part of the video. I also wanted to say that it's very interesting how this culture is such a fast food culture. I think we're moving away from that, but we were definitely there for quite a while. And also how our girls are brainwashed into what beauty is. Sticking fake nails, burning our pathways through which this blueprint is coming through, burning our eyelashes, burning our hair, everything where electricity passes through the tips of our fingers, through the hair, through the eyelashes, whatever else it does, where putting nail polish, closing those channels, killing the cells. And through dead cells, bioelectricity cannot be either generated by those cells, neither it can pass through those cells. So take it all off and watch your reality begin to reflect the true blueprint that is within you. Your body is the key. It is the elevator that will get you to the reality that you want. It is not the ticket on the plane that will get you to the reality that you want. It is nothing outside of you. It is your body. Your body, the health of your body is everything. Take good care of it. I love you guys. Bye.